cat. Today I just wanted to talk about procrastination because I'm just coming towards the end of GCSE exams. I mean, I've got one left. And I discovered that, well not discovered, I knew anyway that I was good at procrastinating, but I discovered that it's really hard to motivate yourself to do a lot of the revision. And it's a skill I had to learn and acquire, and I just wasn't very good at it. And there was a whole variety of excuses that I would use to procrastinate with. So there was always the food procrastination excuse. Like, you could have just gone and got a packet of crisps or some sort of other snack that was really easy to do, but you turn into this sudden gourmet chef and you go and cook like a 5-course 5-star meal that takes hours on end just because you don't want to revise. And I mean, I like cooking, but that's not the answer. You've got the, oh well, this link's just come up on my Twitter and I want to see it. So you click on the video and you end up watching it, and then down the suggestions you just get lost in it, and then 10 minutes on YouTube turns into 4 hours. You're like, where's my day gone? I quite like tidying, and I will tidy my room and stuff, but since exams started, my room's just sort of been overtaken with piles of revision and just general clutter that I just can't be bothered. And it's not I don't have time, I don't have a lot of time, but if I made the time I would have the time, but I can't be bothered, and no. And so my normally quite tidy room is actually a bombshell, and it's gotten to the point where I'd actually rather revise than tidy it, which is sort of backwards procrastination. Like, you make your own but then you're like, well, where do I revise? Because if you revise in your room and your room's a big pigsty, you just avoid it and you don't want to go there. And then you got just too lazy to just do anything. Like, you'll sit there and you'll lie on the floor, you'll check Instagram, you checked about 2 minutes ago and there's clearly not going to be another post. There's nothing to do. You've run out of so much stuff to procrastinate with. You've actually run out of something to procrastinate, so you just, last resort, you do nothing. And also, like, what I found hardest throughout exam season is seeing friends. Like, I'm quite a social person, a little social butterfly, and I like to see people, but in exam season it's just not that feasible. Like, you can't do it, and I found that quite hard. Like, I never quite knew how to tackle that because I was always like, I want to see someone, and you can't go see them if you've got revision to do. And you're like, well, I can revise with friends, but if you're honest, I only have one friend that I can actually really properly revise with, and he was really good to revise with, but everyone else I would just get so distracted it wasn't even worth it. But then, so there's all sorts like that, and I just got lost in all of them, and I had no idea. But I had to say, this being scared of failing did help quite a lot, because I just ended up just revising really hard because I just didn't want to revise. So actually I wasn't that bad, but towards the end of exam season, like now, I don't have an awful lot of motivation to do like anything, so it's really hard to get revising. Like, at the beginning of exam season, you're like, the exam's in the afternoon, I've got 3 hours to go learn everything, like do some last minute cramming, and like you were really motivated and you did spend those 3 hours doing it. But then like now, like, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'll start it at this time, and then that time passes, and it's half an hour later, and it's an hour later, and then it's like half an hour before your exam, and you're like, oh my god, I didn't do any revision. But then luckily I had to like motivate myself, so my parents were quite good about it as well. But then, you know, your parents come in, they're like, what are you doing? And you have that like 5 seconds pause where you're like, should I just be honest and say I'm not doing anything, or should I pretend to be doing revision? And it took me like 5 seconds to decide each time, but I always just like, not a lot, to be honest, because I was never doing an awful lot when they walked in. And that kind of bugs me a little bit. Like, I'll spend a good few hours revising, but then they'll come in when I'm on the break, or I've just lost interest, I don't want to do anymore, and then they'll be like, oh, well, you should really be revising. You're like, well, I have done for the last 3 years, but not 3 years, 3 hours, but you've just walked in now and I'm not doing anything, and it just, like, can they just not walk in occasionally when you're actually doing something, because it never happens. So that was kind of a waffle about procrastination. You probably haven't subscribed because I have not been up here very long at all, so please go subscribe down below and tell your friends all about it and stuff if you want to, and if not, then just pretend this never happened.